Along Interstate 15, on the road from Southern California to Las Vegas, there is a place that thousands of travelers probably pass without ever stopping. It's not an ordinary roadside attraction. This memorial sits on vast acres of land, paying tribute to freedom, resistance, and people who paid a terrible price for speaking out.
We are heading from Southern California toward Las Vegas when we approach the small desert community of Yermo. On an earlier trip, we had noticed a strange collection of enormous sculptures beside Interstate 15. We did not know much about the place at the time, but we remembered its name, Liberty Sculpture Park. This year, we planned enough time to pull off the highway and finally see what was there. This park sits close to I-15 at 37570 Yermo Road. Take exit 194 along Calico Road and Yermo Road.
Liberty Sculpture Park was founded by sculptor Chen Weiming and supporters of the Chinese democracy movement. According to the organization behind the park, the property was created both as a memorial to victims of communist rule and as a public place devoted to democracy, freedom, and human rights. Today, the desert grounds contain more than a dozen monumental sculptures, reliefs, murals, and memorial walls. Many focus on China, the Tiananmen Square crackdown, political prisoners, and the democracy movement in Hong Kong. Others recognize international figures and conflicts connected with struggles for freedom. This is not a conventional museum. It's an open-air desert environment, and much of the interpretation comes from plaques placed beside the artworks. Let's show you some of what you'll see here, and a warning, the subject matter of the artwork may be sensitive, controversial, and difficult for some.
One of the first works we encountered was The Chained Woman, created by Chen Weiming. The sculpture commemorates a woman whose case caused public outrage in China in 2022 after video showed her confined in a deteriorating building with a chain around her neck. The account presented by the park notes that she had been trafficked, sold, and subjected to years of abuse. The sculpture uses her story to represent other women and girls who have experienced trafficking, forced marriage, and enslavement. It's disturbing and meant to confront visitors with stories that might be otherwise forgotten.
Garbage of History condemns political systems and figures that the artists believe should be consigned to the past. This work is titled Victims of Communism Memorial. The park's creators describe the site as a memorial for victims of communist tyranny around the world. Whether visitors agree with every political message or not, the scale and severity of the imagery make it difficult to walk through this park casually.
Other installations focus more broadly on the destruction of culture and the people who have resisted oppression. Along the wall of democracy movement pioneers, we found familiar faces from very different nations and periods, including Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., former Polish President Lech Wałęsa, and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Their political histories are not identical. What connects them here is the park's larger theme of resistance, civil rights, and democratic freedom.
At the heart of the park are several works commemorating the 1989 Tiananmen Square crackdown. The number 64 refers to June 4th, the date associated with the military suppression of demonstrations in Beijing. Nearby, the Tiananmen Massacre relief depicts the violence and chaos of that period. These works connect the sculpture park directly with the Chinese democracy movement from which it emerged. In the stark Mojave Desert, the monuments feel far removed from Beijing, yet that distance may be part of their purpose. They create a place outside China where these events can be remembered publicly. Tiananmen Square, Hong Kong, and related democracy movements are recurring subjects throughout the park.
gazing at the starry sky, recognizes Chinese human rights lawyer Gao Zhijing. Here, as elsewhere in the park, an individual person becomes a symbol of a much larger issue: the risks faced by lawyers, activists, journalists, and dissidents who challenge powerful governments.
One of the park's newest works is Defending Free Ukraine. The sculpture honors Ukrainian soldiers, international volunteers, and civilians killed during Russia's war against Ukraine. Its inscription summarizes one of the park's central beliefs, that freedom is never guaranteed and sometimes comes at a terrible human cost. This installation also demonstrates how the park continues to expand beyond the history of China and responds to current international conflicts.
The park also reaches into American history with The Origin of Freedom, #1, depicting Lakota leader Crazy Horse.
Among the park's most provocative installations is a work called CCP Virus. It expresses the artist's condemnation of the Chinese government's early handling of COVID-19 and its subsequent zero-COVID policies. An earlier version of the artwork was destroyed by fire in July 2021. Federal court allegations later connected people accused of acting on behalf of Chinese interests with surveillance of the sculptor and discussions about destroying his work. The current steel sculpture is a reconstruction of the original. Whatever one thinks of the sculpture's message, the story of its destruction and reconstruction have become part of the artwork itself. So it is, the car says 98 degrees. It's been oscillating between that and a little over 100. We're in Yermo. We're at the Liberty Sculpture Park, and we took a little bit of time to go outside, got some photos and videos, but it is very hot. The nice thing about this place, so this is an outside open air art installation that tries to transmit a message that is anti-communism. And you can actually do this in your car, and given it how hot as it is, that's what we're doing at this point. So, Julie, what is your thoughts about what you've seen?
All right, so I did not expect that this type of message. I thought it was more of an pro-American type of message.
When you saw it from the freeway?
When I saw it from the freeway.
Yeah.
So driving in, I was a little surprised that it was more of an anti-communist message. And the installations and the artwork are very intriguing.
I think on a cooler day, you could spend much more time wandering the grounds and taking in the message.
Yeah.
At the end of June, banging on the door of early July, the weather does not give us that luxury.
No.
Yeah, so it's hot. So on a future visit, we might do, just like they have CCP Virus Statue 2, we'll do our Liberty Sculpture Park visit #2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Amanda, do you have impressions?
It was interesting. The girls were not famous, but
It's creepy!
it was creepy. Basically.
Yeah.
Some of the imagery is a little frightening for
scary.
children.
Yeah.
That would be my warning.
Okay.
Throughout the park, murals and monuments continue the same visual vocabulary: chains, cages, walls, skulls, and broken political symbols. After a while, it becomes clear that this is in part an outdoor art collection, but also a landscape-sized political statement. We originally stopped at Liberty Sculpture Park because we had seen it from the highway and wondered what it was. What we found was much larger, more serious, and more politically direct than we expected. It is part sculpture park, part memorial, and part protest site. This will not be an attraction for everyone. Many of its subjects are difficult, and its messages are intentionally uncompromising. But for travelers interested in contemporary history, human rights, public art, or unusual roadside places, it provides a memorable stop between Southern California and Las Vegas.
So Liberty Sculpture Park in Yermo, is it worth the stop? Julie?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
So when you're driving from Southern California to Las Vegas and you see places like this off of the side of the road, it's okay to get off the freeway, make a little bit of an adventure.
Have some lunch at Eddie World. Or,
Yes,
you know?
yes. And then come over here, check out the artwork. And besides this, we've also done stops in the nearby area in the past at Calico Ghost Town. That's a fun place to stop at. Last year, we stopped at the world's biggest thermometer, which is down the road in Baker. All right, so this concludes our roadside stop of the day to the Liberty Sculpture Park. And now Julie has taken the wheel. She's taken my spot. I offered to drive, but she said...
You were out in the heat too long.
But she said no.
You need to...
So I'm going to hydrate.
Dehydrate.
And the next stop is going to be Las Vegas. Here we come.
Here we go, CC Las Vegas.